The idea behind Business at its Best is to give you useful information to put into practice in your company. There's no better way than to learn from those who have been there and done that. Today on Business Solutions, Dan Long with Price Associates leads Tony Blaznick from Blaz'n Diagnostics from challenge to opportunity and solution. Tony, thank you so much for being with us today. Dan, always good to see you.
Yes, it is.
So let's dive right in, Tony. What are some of the challenges that you're seeing with your business personally, and I think probably within the industry?
We're seeing a lot of challenges. This has become a more personable repair where we get to know our customers, spend more time with them. It's a relationship-based business now. And one of the challenges that we have is customers have put off maintenance and their repairs have become more costly in the long run, or they try to do the repairs themselves and end up, we had one gentleman that tried to do just a simple thing like a starter repair and routed the harness wrong and almost burned his truck down to the ground. So there's a little bit more technical experience now than there used to be.
You know, sometimes we call this tripping over dollars trying to save pennies.
Yeah. You know, it's, when you look at tighter economic times, we've had about 20 guests in here so far, and every time it comes down to education and communicating with their customer better. How many times do people say, you know what, we really value our customer now? Well, what were you doing before? Not your business, but every business. We just took them for granted, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that we're realizing just how special that customer is to us, one of the things that his wife Darcy does, they have a monthly newsletter going out. They're saying hello, they're spending time with their customer, right? Because they're realizing, hey, this is my lifeblood, my life source, right? One of the things that I found interesting with Tony, he says a lot of times people want to save a few bucks, so they have a little light blink or something on their dashboard, and they go into the local parts store and they say, well, it's probably this. So they pop the hood and they put a $50 part in. Well, no, it's still blinking, right? And after about 6 of those, they're up around 300 bucks and they can't figure it out. So they go see Tony. The only problem is they're out of money.
They don't have the money.
They spent the money on the parts that they didn't need. So, you know what, one of the things that Tony talked about is if you've got a car that's 15 to 20 years old or newer, don't even pop the hood. Get in the thing, get in your seat and steer the thing, buckle your seat belt and just drive, because you're not going to know what's going on anyway.
True.
So is that types of things you run into?
We run into that a lot. A lot of the customers don't even read their owner's manual, so they don't even know the basic functions of what they're reading on their dashboard to make a good decision on a repair.
Do owner manuals come with cars?
They should.
Oh, sorry.
They get neglected.
It's right next to the map in the glove box of yours. Yeah, that hasn't been looked at. Exactly.
Well, Dale was telling a story about you've got some kind of
I have an old car, but it's within that. It's 15. It's exactly 15 years old. Has a little computer display up on the dash, and of course there are lines that are starting to disappear in the LED. So I would have no idea where to start with that. Fortunately, I have not started trying to replace parts at 50 bucks each because, once again, you go back to the point that you made. The car is, even within that 15-year time frame, it seems old, but you're still, it's the whole thing is a computer on 4 wheels.
Right, and now you know what to do. You call Tony.
Exactly.
Yesterday I was in there talking with him, and I said, you know what, my car lock doesn't work on my 2001.
Yeah.
He says, there's probably a battery. He had a little testing equipment. He said, yep, it's your battery. So by the time I got done with the interview and talking to his wife, bam, he said,
you had a sale.
He volunteered and gave it to me. I said,
wow.
boy, do I want to talk about this tomorrow. Yeah. You know what, he sent me off as a satisfied customer. What I didn't tell him is I had that looked at. It was about $200 or $300 is what they talked about.
Oh, wow.
So thank you.
Well, that's where the honesty and the integrity comes into play in a BBB accredited business, and so we definitely thank you for that. Tony Blaznick, Blaz'n Diagnostics, the company, thanks for sharing with us the challenge. That's tough to do, but also the most important part, sharing the solution on educating consumers, being in touch constantly with those customers.
You bet.
All right, Dan Long, Tony, thank you so much for being with us. And when we come back, we identify those 3 specific challenges to make your business better in the coming week. We'll be right back.